again. There's no mention in Luke 15. Remember the prodigal son came and the father welcomed him and even slaughtered the fattest cow, and there was a big party. There was music, right? And then the elder son came and he didn't want to go in. What's this? I've been with you all this time. I never spent your money, and you never threw me a party. You never throw me a party. And now here's your other son who did everything he did, and now you're throwing him a big party. The question is, was there ever mention in Luke 15 that this elder son ever went into the party to join him? There was no mention. So that parable is not ended. And we will end it today, though. We will end that parable, Luke 15, the prodigal son, with this. What about you? You are the elder son. Would you have entered? If you were that elder son, would you have entered?
Hungry, yeah.
That's how you end the parable. You ask yourself that question. You are in the shoes of that elder son. Would you go in? What is the implication when you get in? That you join in the celebration welcoming that elder brother, that younger brother who squandered now the father's treasure. And that was complete forgiveness of that younger son. Would you? You are the elder brother. Would you get in? Would you join in the party? That's how you end the parable. Now, where is the connection between that and this? Here's the connection. The father threw in a banquet, a feast. Remember? In honor of that prodigal son. In honor of that younger son, the father threw a feast. This parable in Matthew 22 talks about a banquet. A banquet is a feast, the same. Banquet, feast, the same. It's a banquet beyond belief. The fattest cow was slaughtered. Now, are you not dressed properly? This dress has nothing to do with clothes. What has it got to do with?
Our sins.
Alright, meaning
We repented.
this dress is, I'll put it in. The dress is our righteousness. If you ain't got the required righteousness, you're not dressed for the occasion. You're not dressed properly for the feast. So let's go back to Luke 15. You are the elder brother. Some of you say, I'll go in. I'll go in, join the feast. The question is, are you dressed properly?
Yes, if you went in, that means you forgave your younger brother.
Not necessarily.
Right? If you go in, it's because you forgive him. You're not going to go in if you're not forgiven.
That's what I said, first one, right?
Right.
You would have forgiven him.
Then you went
That's
in.
why you would have joined the party.
Exactly. Now you're dressed properly.
In welcoming your younger brother.
Right.
But are you dressed properly?
Yeah. Not necessarily.
Well, no.
What if you don't, what if you don't really forgive him, but you went in just to see what's going on?
Oh, well.
I mean, we have people, right?
You get it also.
That happens.
He knew what's going on. The Bible says, Luke 15, he knew what's going on. That's why he got jealous.
Mm-hmm.
His ego got over him. That's why he said, what's going on here? I mean, I've been with you all these years and you never did this to me with my friends. Remember that? Luke 15. And now, this foolish guy, and now you're doing this for him. What's the matter with you? In today's street language, what's wrong with you, man? Hello. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. You have chocolate. I need one though.
The oldest brother committed bad.
Right. But you see the connection between Luke 15 and this? There's the banquet, and there's the feast. That's why I'm getting that to your attention. Again, the better question to ask is, after you decide to go in and join the banquet, am I dressed properly? And that dress pertains to righteousness. Pure heart, chaste life. From all the looks of it, the elder brother was righteous. In some aspects.
The younger brother?
No, the elder brother.
Okay.
The other brother, except, there's an exception. Because of his jealousy.
Yeah.
In other words, it's either or. And Marcel is right. If the elder brother decides to go in, that means he was able to overcome his shortcoming and he becomes righteous. He's properly dressed. You got that? If he decides not to, then he hasn't overcome it. There's no forgiveness. There's no forgiveness. Did you hear that yesterday? No. You didn't see that connection? I think it's a beautiful, beautiful connection. People can make better sense of this Matthew 22 when they relate it to Luke 15, the prodigal son. It caught my attention because the banquet, the feast that the father threw for the younger son, for the prodigal son. Right? It's quite incredible. Here's another parallel between Luke 15 and this. Here we have a mention of a king who threw a banquet, right? And that king was pleading for people, inviting people to come in. But people were refusing to come. Reminds you of the elder brother again. The father got out of the party and pleaded with the elder son to go in. Unfortunately, Luke did not mention whether or not he went in. That's why I told you, Luke 15, prodigal son parable is not finished. And you and I will finish the parable. You and I will finish the parable. So my message to you is, forgive, be properly dressed, be righteous, and go to the banquet. That's how you finish the parable.
Can you also say ask for forgiveness? I mean, it's right in there.
It's astonishing. Two things to consider here. The elder son repented. The elder son repented. And the father was quick to forgive. In fact, the father forgave before the son repented. Did you notice that? The fact that the son returned, he had his arms wide open to welcome him back. Put on the nicest robe, put it around him. And then he ordered the fattest cow to be slaughtered. And the party be thrown.
I mean, it might be like the Last Supper when Jesus did. The banquet for us. Our way to get back to heaven. Amen.
Now, it's quite astonishing also that the Father keeps on and pleading, continues on pleading to us to accept the invitation. Isn't that something? What could be more profound than a king, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, would continuously beg you and me and plead for you and me to accept His invitation? Remember, He's the King of Kings. The King has invited all of us to to join the banquet, and people continuously refuse. Now, it has, I'm pounding on that because down the line, there's another set of readings that will delve on that. And I'll mention it to you as we go there. Monday, the queen, the Ninevites, and me. 3 days in the fish. You know the story. Mm-hmm. Even the queen came and greater than Jonah. Look, please open your Bible to Luke 11. I will. You got last Sunday.
No.
We'll come back when you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. This is eternity. Don't forget, this is that banquet beyond belief, because it's eternity. It never ends. It never ends. And it's beyond belief, indeed. This is not response. That's not a response. And of course, undressed multiplication means righteousness. Now, let me just go back a bit here. Let's say your spouse invites you to go to a place and you're not interested in going. You don't want to go, but because your spouse insists that you go, okay, I'll go. And then your spouse tells you, but you must dress like this. Will it be a problem? Probably. It will be a problem. Because you would like, you're not really interested to begin with. You don't want to go to begin with. But your spouse just insisted that you go. So what happens? You probably intentionally put on the wrong dress. Intentionally. You agree? Because you really don't want to go. You didn't really want to go. And because you don't care. Because you didn't really want to go there anyway. So you don't care. So you intentionally put on the wrong dress. Or the inappropriate dress. Imagine, let's say you're being forced to marry someone. Were you forced to marry someone? No. You wanted to marry the guy. Okay. If you were forced to marry someone, probably you would hesitate to put on the white gown. Probably. You would intentionally not like to wear the white gown. So those two things about the dress. Okay, you got Luke 11? There's something there I'm going to show you. Luke 11, 29 to 30. When the crowds were increasing, he began to say, "This generation is an evil generation. It seeks a sign, but no sign shall be given it to it except the sign of Jonah. For as Jonah became a sign to the men of Nineveh, so will the Son of Man be to this generation. The queen of the south will arise at the judgment with the men of this generation and condemn them. For she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon, and behold, Something greater than Solomon is here. So the man of Nineveh will arise at judgment with his generation and condemn it. For they repented at the preaching of Jonah, and behold, something greater than Jonah is here. Is that right? That's what it is.